Alright guys and girls, today's video is going to be how to get rid of that background chatter in an AT Pro. If I ask you how many of y'all have ever had this background chatter while you're trying to go and going off all the time, I got a feeling 99 out of 100 of you will raise your hand. So, I got about 8 things that can help prevent that before you send it in to get repaired. So, let's start with number 1. Alright, I'm going to cut it on here. I hope y'all hear it. Can you hear that? Background chatter? What's causing that? This right here, loose connector. For some reason, on all the AT Pros, this seems to back off over time while you use it. So you don't realize it, but it does. And it'll cause that background chatter, like it causes it to keep going off. You gotta make sure you get up in there good, get it good and tight. And one way to avoid this from happening, and Aqua Chica does this, put one little drop of RTV or goop right here on the end, on just a little tiny that you can peel off when you need to, but that'll keep it from backing off right there. So that's number 1. Now let's go for number 2. Okay, your coil, your wire going down your coil. This wire right here has got metal in it, and I use tape, but you can use whatever, stay straps, Velcro, whatever you use. But this wire should stay still while you're moving your coil back and forth. If you don't have anything in this wire moving around like this, it'll cause it to give you background noise in the back. You hear it? So this needs to be somewhat sturdy as you connect it to the shaft right here. You know, you just put a couple of these far enough away that you won't have that issue. Now, okay, number 3. Sometimes if you're out there and you get a lot of mineralization in the soil and everything, and you need to cut it back, use your sensitivity. Right now, this is all right. That's all the way up on sensitivity. Now, what you want to do is cut this back. Normally, a lot of times when I'm in the water, I'm getting a lot of background noise. I cut it back 2 times, and that should take care of it. But remember that you are losing probably an inch every time you cut. Not quite an inch, but you're losing depth every time you cut this back. But sometimes you have to do it because there's so much background noise in the back. So that's number 3. Okay, number 4. This is a good one here. I've used this many a time and cleared up all that background noise. What it is do a reset on the unit itself. And to do that reset, you hold this button in, and you keep holding it until you hear it make a noise. You'll hear it. There you go. Once it does that, it resets to, I think, standard coins. Then you can now set it back to what you want it at. I always go Pro 0, but that will completely reset the machine, and a lot of times that will totally take away the issue that you got. And it's done around many times. I always do that. That's one of the first things I do actually when I'm out there and I have an issue going on. That's one of the first things I do. Okay, I think we're going to number 5, aren't we? Alright, here we go. Alright, number 5 is ground balance. You got to make sure you ground balance your machine to the environment you're in. And that would be, and most of y'all know how to do this, you just hold the ground balance down and you go up and down until you get a consistent number on the thing, and you let it up. And that should be ground balanced. So make sure you ground balance your machine when you get started. Now there are times you might want to manually change that. We'll talk about that in just a minute. Okay. Alright, number 6 is the frequency change. Sometimes you get around other detectors and their machine is on the same frequency yours is. You'll start getting a lot of background noise. You hear all in the background other machines in your area. To eliminate that, sometimes you can change your frequency on your machine. I believe this has got 4 different frequencies on it. So I'll show you how to change that. You see what it says right here, frequency adjust. You hold that down and you can push this and it goes through the frequency 1, 2, 3, or 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So what you do is, if you're getting a lot of background noise, just switch it to a different frequency and try it. A lot of times that will eliminate it. Okay, number 7, the coil. Sometimes the coil gets gets broken, cracked, gets water in it, whatever, and it starts shorting out on you. And you'll start. Sometimes you can just hold up in there and shake, and you'll start getting a lot of background noise if it's a bad coil. And you kind of do a little test with it like that. But the best way to test it is if hopefully you got a second coil. You know, if you bought a second coil, put that on it and see if it goes away. Or ask a friend to let them borrow that coil and put on it and see if that goes away. So testing the coil. That's another one to do. Okay, next, number 8. All right, number 8 is this. Doing a manual ground balance. Sometimes I've noticed, like when I'm at the beach and I get around a lot of black sand in the ocean and all, it'll really start going crazy on me. But sometimes you can actually do a manual ground balance and get rid of that. So, what you want to do, where it says ground balance right here, if you hold that in, If you hold that in one time, you'll see the number. That's actually what the ground balance is set at. Then you can actually change it manually. And sometime in the ocean, I will actually go down to maybe in the 40s. It might show like 90 some, but then I'll drop it down to try a different one. Just hit it again, and it's set. So sometimes that will eliminate a lot of background noise, like especially around the ocean and everything. And sometimes even on regular rain, you can adjust that ground balance to a manual setting to try to see what it does. Okay, the final thing is the detector itself. Sometimes, you know, they go bad. Sometimes they leak. They get a little water inside of them. It gets into the board, that thing will go crazy on you. So there's other issues that you will have to send in on. But first, before you ever do that, make sure you check all other 8 items I've listed previously before you send it in. It will save you a lot of time, a lot of trouble. I've sent mine in before myself, and I think all they did was reset the machine, and it would work fine. But now I know all the little nuances to try before I do it, and do that before I send it in. So, I hope y'all enjoyed that video, and I hope that helps a lot of people before they send it off, because you know you hate to be without your machine. So, anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and hope you get your machine going no problems. Alright, stay tuned, I got some more videos coming.